Jackets will boot it away to start the game. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So the Cal Golden Bears offense takes the field. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he... Defense is on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it a little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
The offense making a statement early in this game. They're going to open the entire playbook, and they're going to show this defense so many different looks and try to keep them on their heels. I love that play call. You can see the defense wasn't sure what was going on.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll give it to the back. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football. You can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he told this. Small game, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. From the gun, running back gets the give. He's... line of scrimmage, that'll be a loss of 3.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing third down. Pressure coming. Looking to the big tight end. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. And the Golden Bears will call on their punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Fair catch, called for and made. So Georgia Tech's offense will take the field for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The play action fake. Fires a ball. Now it's picked off. No good place for a turnover, but this one is particularly bad, and they've got it at the 20-yard line. A first down for the offense. Hand off from the shotgun. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Wide out in motion. The give to the back. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Third down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. From the gun, wants to pass. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And makes the grab zone. Touchdown, Golden Bears! And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Florida State went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's house and prove you're legit. And did the Seminoles ever do that? It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
By time, he can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised. And initially, he's flushed out of the pocket. Nothing's open. And he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and put a positive play.
He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line with a new set of downs. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. That's the end of the period, and Cal is on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy. Run the ball up the middle. Physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the fourth quarter.
It's complete on the right side. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into the season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done. And he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. The Golden Bears heading quickly to the line. Right back to him on the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's up to 25. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got the back in the middle. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Yeah, and these halfbacks, man, they're wide receivers now. They do so much work in practice now with the wide receiver group, and you can see it there. Sells like he's going outside, sticks his foot in the ground, angles to the middle of the field. Quarterback finds him for the first down.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. From From the gun, the running back has it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Unloads it left. Another incompletion on third down. And the Golden Bears decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? You be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense.
Almost had the pick there. Would have been his second of the game. Instead, it brings up third down. Dropping back, it's Higgins. Moving away from pressure. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Yellow Jackets will line up to punt it away. First one of the day is on its way. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on once. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter. This offense needs to get back rattled up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Line gets set, first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. And now on second down for this offense. To the ground with the back. The Golden Bears are stopped, but not before getting the first down.
And a lot of coaches put a lot of emphasis on situational type running, right? When it's a goal-to-go situation, short yardage situation, like when I need to run the football and they know I'm running the football. Right there, haven't had a lot of success, but I needed a few yards to get the first down. Great job on the offensive line, creating some space and getting the first down.
Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line, warp speed for second down. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Using his feet. He couldn't get close to the marker, got 3 yards, but it'll be 4th and 3. A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down. On first down, here comes this offense. He wants to throw. Gets it out quickly. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. To the air, it's Higgins. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. A strike downfield. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech!
Hey, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
He'll bring it out. It's Hodges. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
You just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You've got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision making.
Quick pass on the fly motion. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On second down, they'll take to the air. Got him downfield. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. And the Golden Bears will snap it on 1st and 10. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's lofted toward the sideline and intercepted.
You know, as a defensive back, you want to force the quarterback to make plays way outside towards the sideline. That's a long throw. It requires a lot of arm strength and a lot of touch at the same time. Great job forcing the play out wide, making the big interception.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A really raucous environment there in Atlanta.
The Golden Bears will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. He'll start this drive firing. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit. Second down coming. And here comes the offense on second down. On the option. Breaks the tackle. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. These corners backing off a bit. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one after their own 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Motion from the offense. Holds and fires complete to the right. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Throwing right. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the... Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. And the Yellow Jackets are marching down the field. Looking to throw, it's Higgins. He makes the connection. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. That last completion has him set up, second and short. Now the play fake. Wide open downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver of the middle of the field.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Looking for the score. To the end zone, and it's picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
You can't give points away when you're a QB. You have to understand, I got to be aggressive, and it's tough in the red zone because those are really tight windows. But, man, the one thing I cannot do is turn the football over. I got to make sure I get points. Really poor decision. Great play by the defense.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. They go to the ground. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding. Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. It'll just make it more satisfying if they can move the chains after starting 1st and 20. They'll try the run. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, you've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
How about that? You don't see those, touch passes go for negative yards very often. Usually this is a short flip that counts as a completion that goes a long way, but the defense aggressive. Saw it, pulled the trigger, came outside, made sure he didn't get outside and get to that edge. Nice job by the defense.
Got it in the middle, it's Hodges. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. And the Golden Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Grab behind the line, it's Avery. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. As they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive game.
He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44. The Golden Bears will hustle to the line. That's a fumble. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down in this... The ball back for its own.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter, and Georgia Tech has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Looking downfield is Higgins. It's on target and complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right? You still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Fires left. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much. The Yellow Jackets will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, Dave."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Yo, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make it.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out in the open field, and it's enough to get you a first down.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Here comes the option. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. If you can just give them a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
And the Golden Bears racing to the line in the hurry-up. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. The Golden Bears pick up the first down. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got them right where you want.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances. They'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now is not the time to get tight if you're the underdog winning this game late.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. They're bringing heat. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a double.
And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. that time. He was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there. Still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. After that last completion, it's second down. They'll go to the ground. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. And here we go. Down to score. They'll go for it on fourth down. Tackled, but he has a first down. The offense will use the timeout. Clock is stopped with 22 seconds left. That conversion sets a tone, but that's also really part of their MO. They're going to go for it on fourth and short.
Yeah, it's a body blow, and it's demoralizing. It's a good point, Reese. When you go for it.
Oh, look out. The ball's free. And the offense gets the ball back. How lucky are they? 5 points of pressure, high and tight. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Wants to throw on second down. Looking for the score. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Pass to the end zone. Caught for a touchdown in the final seconds, and they're just a point away from tying it up.
How about the offense in that situation to come up so big? The place is going bananas. It's so hard to hear. It's so hard to execute. And you just put 6 on the board and have a chance to kick this PAT and tie the game.
He is in there. The two-point conversion gives them the lead. And what lower intestinal fortitude to go for it there. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. To the air, it's Higgins. Throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. They make the stop, but that's going to do it here as time has expired, and that'll just serve to